Max Levchin founded Slide and Affirm. Reid Hoffman founded LinkedIn. Elon Musk founded Tesla and SpaceX. There are PayPal mafia, talented guys who boosted the era of technologies and helped humanity jump into the next century and digital reality. There were 14 of them who we call PayPal mafia, but today I will share with you an exciting entrepreneurial story of one guy, Steve Chen, who together with the other two guys, Chad Hurley and Javed Karim, became YouTube founders. Is this video worth watching till the end? Well, you have to make your own decision. I just want to tell you that after 9 months of YouTube launch, it was purchased by Google for over $1.6 billion. Keep watching if you want to know how. Hi, Dmitry Bondar there. This video will be about one of YouTube founders, Steve Chen. He told me today that as America runs on donuts, YouTube algorithm runs on likes. He asked me to ask you to click a like button to help this video grow. Please don't upset founders of YouTube and YouTube bless you. In 2005 there was no place to share content, so you can shoot video content but you can't actually share it online easily. Steve Chen moved from Taiwan to the United States with his mom and dad when he was 8 years old. He later graduated from the University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign with a computer science degree. That was 2002, the early stage of IT boom which had started in 1999. Steve joined PayPal, and later he joined Facebook and became in the center of innovations and big ideas. It took him just a few months to leave Facebook and co-founded YouTube. That day he had a dinner party, took lots of pictures and videos without an ability to share them with his friends and close ones. This legendary dinner party to start a channel to make sharing videos instant and straightforward. Okay, what is the first lesson from this story? Always have something in your back pocket. YouTube was the first to put sharing videos ideas into reality, but in those days Youku was one of the most famous companies in video area from China, and there were other startups after YouTube had been founded. Yeah, they had a lot of competitors, but when a competitor came with a similar thing, YouTube was ready to respond with something different. Where there was lots of content, too much of it in just a few months, Steve Chen began thinking of how to make it easier for search and choosing the best and most relevant to a user's interest. There was the next stage with a new idea that worked. Looking through a fresh lens and unexpected combinations of services have become one of the critical business principles at YouTube. From new services like shows, launched to its design innovations, YouTube always has to face fierce competition, making it lose 43% market share in a second once it stopped innovating. In 2010, YouTube made most changes as the competitors took its high speed and range. It had to cut the number of links to the page more than half. Information about videos was grouped in one place, and on one side of the page is devoted to viewing recommendations personalized to what visitors are seeking. It also modified playlist tools to make it easier to queue up videos for viewing or skip from one to another. YouTube also eliminated a 5-star ranking system, who remember this, and replaced it with a simple like-dislike choice for viewers. Please like button right now. It made significant changes in bringing videos to its users instead of hunting for them for 24 hours. A redesign is still in the center of YouTube development principles. The most significant competitors of YouTube now are TikTok and Byte, if they talk about YouTube as a social platform, and Netflix and Hulu are video streaming services. Okay, so what is the takeaway from the first lesson? Always keep a long list of changes to answer any competitor's move. Otherwise, you will die as a business very soon. Lesson number 2 we can learn from YouTube story is how they build in marketing branding value in their core value proposition as a platform. Let me explain. Started as a simple video sharing channel, YouTube developed into the most effective marketing platform in just 2 years when it began video ads. Later, corporations and small businesses started submitting their videos and paying for their ads on YouTube. In video ads appeared in August and partner program began in December 2007. In November, pre-roll advertising started playing before some content. That same month, the site announced promoted videos. In January 2009, YouTube allowed to put ads in 7 different formats. By October of that year, YouTube was counting more than 1 billion videos views per day. It's amazing. By 2011, YouTube signed more than 10,000 big partners, including Disney, Univision, Turner, and Channel 4. Hundreds of YouTube's partners are making 6 figures every year from advertising on the site and increase the number of advertisers tenfold in just 1 year. Today, millions of advertising success cases are being searched, published, and learned via YouTube. Its advertising revenue topped $15 billion last year, according to Google reporting. A timely bet on advertising has made YouTube a leader in marketing and its most significant paid resources if compared with other paid content services like subscription for TV and music streaming, which made $2 billion, 7.5 times less than advertising business. How to tackle the problem of the right branding? When YouTube tested the idea of advertising in 2009, it launched promoted videos. It developed a new analytics tool to measure view rate and expand its ad homepage format from 1 to 7 in just 2 months. Monetizing millions of daily views into paid ads became the immediate solution from the Google, who had already acquired YouTube as a company. While branding wasn't in Steve Chen's mind as a primary task, it helped YouTube later significantly when the number of views was snowballing, and together with similar growing competition, the demand in branding became an essential step to live a life. So what is the takeaway from the lesson number 2? Help your clients, individuals or companies grow and earn money, and they do the best to help you. And the lesson number 3, how Steve Chen built his YouTube team. It's always remarkable to look after the first employees of startup unicorns. While YouTube and Steve Chen didn't face the most significant changes and problems and turnovers in companies' growth, their recruiting and HR strategies are valuable to study from. Steve Chen took his PayPal friends as YouTube's first employees. It's my first answer of his success. We never conducted a single interview. The entire team was already people who had worked together at PayPal for years and years in the past, told Steve Chen when asked about how he hired employees. PayPal profile makes the key points of what the YouTube team looks like. The first one, entrepreneurial spirit with a hunger for the venture. The second one, search for breakthrough experience. The third one, opportunity to join a big ideas. The fourth one, access to the most innovative and change-driving businesses. These employee key factors resulted in a mirror a YouTube employee profile in its job vacancy ads that are headed with "create in an expected way" and "shape for the future" slogans. Do you know which word is the most used in every YouTube vacancy description? Yes, create, creative, and creator. In other words, YouTube as a company would not be competitive if its employees don't produce new ideas daily, irrelevant to their position and duties. To encourage the team to create, YouTube uses the same principle Google uses. I mean, benefits for its employees, families, healthy lifestyle, financial and learning support. Before acquiring Google's employment policy, YouTube wasn't so supportive due to the lack of financial resources. Yet it put a family-like approach to teaming up its crew in the center. Shared goals and culture had been cultivated in the first day of YouTube and had been taken from PayPal days. This approach helped YouTube employees experience secure transfer from YouTube to Google Space, where community spirit is in the focus of a corporate culture. By the way, it's worth mentioning that the latest 2019 financial report doesn't yet discover whether YouTube has become the most profitable Google's business with its $10 billion profit. That was the first time Google discovered YouTube profit, and that might be the reason it hadn't reported it before. Maybe it was the first year of benefits to beat the Wall Street expectation, and that means YouTube relied on investments more since its launch of 2005. Early investments by Silicon Valley angels and late acquisition with Google have become the best investment strategies by YouTube. With 43% video sharing market share, millions of daily submissions and views, and over 130% of its market price for the last 5 years, YouTube doesn't seem to worry about its profitability, at least to the nearest years. Yet, the rapidly changing IT industry can turn the situation downside. Who knows? So, what are the 3 biggest lessons we should have take from Steve Chen and his YouTube story? First one, put innovation in the corner of every business decision. Second one, choose the right direction for your business branding. Help your clients to earn money and they will help you. And the third one, build your business on a strong hiring principles. I hope you like this video. Thank you for watching it. And my question of the day, when did you put your first video on YouTube? Please share in comments. Thank you and peace out.